Hello and welcome back to Green Money Momentum, where we talk about market movements, making money, and money momentum. Today we're going to be talking about Palantir. Palantir just announced their quarterly earnings and they beat expectations, so the stock right now is up 20% as I'm recording this video intraday. I want to say as always that this is not financial advice, and I always recommend doing your own due diligence before making any financial decisions. So let's hop into it. So Palantir surged more than 20% today with a positive outlook on their revenue. So going into today, the consensus was that the company was going to earn 9 cents per share. They surpassed those expectations and got 10 cents per share. Also, it was expected that they were going to get 701 million in revenue, and they also exceeded those expectations by 25 million with 726 million. And if you're unfamiliar with what Palantir is, this says it best. So this is from the CEO. He says, "We absolutely eviscerated this quarter, driven by unrelenting AI demand that won't slow down." So Palantir is an AI company. They do a lot with software and AI, and they work with the government as well. And what gets me most bullish on Palantir is up to 2022, they were losing money, but come 2023, they were in the positive range. And with the way 2024 is looking to end, it looks like it will stay in that positive range. And so when we look at the all-time chart for Palantir, you could see that they are surpassing into all-time highs. This is the first time we've ever been at the $50 range. And if you've been following this channel long enough, in our top 3 hottest stocks for the month of October, we had actually called out this stock at $36. So since then, we've seen some pretty nice gains. And so I believe, looking at earnings per share and the forecast on what's going on with this company, working with the government, everything with AI and technology, I do believe that this stock will continue to earn over time, and I still think that it's at a good value. But what some of the bears would say is that the price to earnings ratio is pretty high. So currently the price to earnings ratio sits at around 255, and if you compare it to another AI company that has also had some pretty insane gains, actually even more insane gains this year, we go over to NVIDIA and we could see that their price to earnings ratio is not nearly as high. If you're unfamiliar with what price to earnings is, it's just you take the share price, you divide it by the earnings per share, and it gives you this formula that is price to earnings. Financial advisors will use this to try to figure out the forecast of a stock, or whether, to predict whether it's a good buy or a bad buy, whether you should stay with it, whether you should stay away. And so what the price to earnings to some bears is saying is that when they look at Palantir being so high, they think that the price of the stock is not really reaching where the earnings are, and the price to earnings valuation is way too high, and the stock should plummet. Like, the price is not matching what the price to earnings should be. But I would argue as a bull that just like any other momentum and growth play, just like if you were to look at Apple back in the day, or even Tesla back in 2016, a lot of the times the numbers won't look the absolute best, but that's because that company is always developing, growing, and making new innovations. Although 50 may seem high right now, being at all-time highs, I think this is just the beginning to the hyperbolic momentum that we're going to see over the next couple years. I would love to hear what everyone has to say in the comments section below. Please drop a comment, please leave a like, and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, and have a great day.